Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Areli. I am a medical doctor. I am a pathologist and a neuropathologist, but I also hold a plant-based nutrition certificate by the University of Winchester. I am myself a raw vegan. I've been eating raw for 2.5 years now. And this channel is to give you inspiration and reassurance that a properly planned and well done and informed raw vegan diet is suitable and appropriate for all human beings. There is lack of medical evidence to support that because at the moment there is no longitudinal long-term case and control studies to support this way of living. But there is anecdotal evidence everywhere, and you can see how many raw vegans are super healthy, have reversed chronic diseases, etc. You have also the other side of the story. You have raw vegans who got sick, got some deficiencies, got underweight, and then they went back to eating an omnivore diet. This channel is not to judge anyone. This channel is not to force anyone to be raw vegan. I'm not going to say, like, if you're not raw vegan like me, you're not going to attain 100% of your health. In my case, a raw vegan diet works. I've been trying all the diets in the spectrum, from Western standard diet to Atkins diet to vegetarianism to veganism to healthy veganism to high raw, raw until four, and raw vegan. So I've transitioned through all those stages, if you want to call it that way, of eating healthy. And to me, going back to cooked food or raw until four works sometimes. It worked when I was transitioning, but my body and your body, if you are in this journey, is going to ask you to be raw, more raw every day. So this is the purpose of my channel. And having said all that introduction, this is just to clarify to you, whoever comes here and wants me to defend the raw vegan lifestyle, like if there is anything else, they're wrong, because plant-based is the beginning of a healthy diet, and then you can discover this side of eating, this way of living, and then it's up to you, and your body is gonna, you have to experience it firsthand. There is no way that somebody can get convinced if they don't experience it firsthand. The other video, with Nick and I about discussing the purist mindset of some raw foodists generated a lot of controversy. Not a lot, a little bit of controversy, and it's understandable. People sometimes, misinterpret things. Sometimes they want to hear what they want to hear, and if they hear something different, they get disappointed by the messenger. And, it's normal. I accept that. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to spread the information of health in a very inviting, open, and inclusive manner. And that's my goal. I mean, I wish more people were plant-based. They don't have to be raw vegan to start making changes for our planet, to start making changes for the animals, because I am an ethical vegan. And if I have to go cooked food, I will stay cooked food vegan, but I would never, knocking on the wood, I would never go back to animal products. So the purpose of this channel is that, to make it inclusive, show it to the public that there is an alternative, healthier way of eating, and that the medical literature is going to catch up with that. So welcome back to my channel. Sorry for the long introduction, but I had to clarify that. So in this video, we're going to share with you, this is like the first part of 3 or 4 videos that I'm going to be uploading next. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a project that I'm working with John DePaz. I don't know, you know John DePaz from my previous videos. He's a personal trainer. He is a fasting enthusiast. He was a champion back in the 1990s of bodybuilding in Canada, his country. And he also transitioned from standard American diet, high protein, to now going more raw vegan. And he's a fasting enthusiast. I do intermittent fasting personally. I didn't achieve this level of being able to do this intermittent fasting, or to have this long non-eating window overnight. It didn't happen overnight. I did it gradually. First, I started, 10 hours, and 12, then 14, then 16. And I'm at the point when I can do 16 hours of intermittent fasting. So many raw foodists say, you know what, that's not necessary. That's that will lead you to eating disorders. There is a lot of controversy about it. However, I think for people who are still transitioning into raw veganism, probably intermittent fasting is not a good idea, like for a long window. Why? Because you need to get used to the high volume of fiber and water that raw food has. And in order to do that, probably you need a bigger eating period. Intermittent fasting means a short eating window with more hours without eating. So that's what I do. John the Past does more the intermittent fasting, no eating for a week, for a day, a week, or something like that. Well, that's next level. That's next level. But our interaction has been so like magic. Like we really connect very well. He's a married man. He's almost in his 50 years old, and look at him.
Okay. So what we want to do is we want to pick up the frequency of our bodies. We want to pick up the frequency of our lives.
And look at him. Look at him. The video that I'm going to play here with you is a series of exercise that we did together, because you know what? Diet has nothing to do with health if it's not accompanied by the right mindset, the right exercise, the right feelings, the right words, the right thoughts, how you talk to yourself, what you do to yourself. So John and I thought about bringing these segments together. Keep it in mind, June 29, John the Past and I are going to be doing this 7 to 10 day workshop, summit, reset, if you want to call it that way. So I hope you join us. I hope you're interested, and you don't have to wait until the 29, but group collectiveness is what makes these things more powerful. So you can get motivated and inspired with our workouts, inspired with our meditations, group meditations. If you watch us, we can do that meditation together. We can inspire you to talk about more nutrition-based knowledge, so you can grasp why it is important to eat this way. So we are gonna do a high work, like elevate your frequency kind of workout, and you will watch it here, and I hope you enjoy it. The next video is going to be a meditation, and the next video is going to be about why it's important to eat a high frequency diet, why a raw vegan diet can elevate your frequency. So see you in the next video, and I hope you enjoy the next segment.
Okay, so what we want to do is we want to pick up the frequency of our bodies. We want to pick up the frequency of our lives. We want to pick up our vibration. We want to pick up our energy, right? So that means we want to start the body breathing with alkalizing the body. We want to start detoxifying the body. We want to release carbon dioxide from the body. So we want to breathe off the acids that are in our body. So we want to get our body breathing. We get our body breathing best by getting our body moving, right? So what we want to do is we want to get up in the morning, and we want to try to pick up our energy. We want to get up and pick up our energy, so we've got to think about picking up our energy. We got to intend it. We got to think about it. We got to think about taking our energy up. So we got to say, I want to go higher. I want to go up. I want to lift up my energy. I got to look up in order for me to pick my energy up. I got to look up. I got to think up. That's right. I got to open myself up. I got to start moving my body, right? That's how I lift up my energy, right? That's how my energy goes up. By moving my body, by thinking about it, by talking about it, and by actually taking action with it, and then being conscious of it. So when my body starts breathing, I come into presence with it. So I'm watching my breath, watching my in and my out breath, getting present with my breath. All right, so getting our energy up, right? Then we're just going to stand there in a spinal extension there. Just standing up as tall as you can. Looking upwards. Opening up your chest and your shoulders, full extension of your spine. Nice deep breaths there. Extension of the body is exciting. It excites the body. All night we're flexed over in the fetal position. Flexion lowers the energy of the body. Extension excites the body. Open up your chest, open up your shoulders, allow whatever tension you may be holding across the front of your body to be released. Allow it to move through. Good job. From there, let's work on our flexion now. We'll come over for the floor, reaching down for the floor, allowing the lower back to hang over, letting your neck relax, letting your neck hang over, letting your hamstrings relax. So you're lengthening out your body. We're lengthening and strengthening our body. That's what it's required to heal ourselves, to pick up our energy. Try to relax your neck. Try to relax your head. And just focus on your breathing. Come to the present by focusing on your breath. Nice deep breaths. Watching the in and the out breath. Becoming conscious of yourself, raising your energy. Good job. Coming up from there, we'll get you up from there, and we're going to work on some squats. We're going to get these big muscles of the body going. We're going to drop ourselves right down and right up. A nice full range of motion. Both feet flat on the floor. Dropping your butt down as low as you can. If you want to put your hands out front, you can put your hands out front. You can keep your hands back behind your head. You want to go through a nice full range, though. Drop your butt down as low as you can. Sitting back through your heels, so you're activating your hamstrings and your glutes all the way down, all the way up. Full range of motion. Let's practice those full squats for another 15 seconds here. Warming you up, getting your body breathing, and then getting conscious of it. Nice job. Okay, our next one, I'm going to put in a little bit of balance here. So I'm going to put you up on one leg. And again, we're going to extend, open up our chest. So you're lifting your hip flexor as high as you can. You're opening up the front of your body. You're balancing, drawing in through your core. Picking up your energy, looking up. Great job. Switching other leg. Pick your knee up nice and high. Open up your chest and shoulders. Watching your breath. Awesome. Okay, let's fire up those leg muscles a little bit more. Let's get a little bit of heat happening there. Let's get into a lunge position. Got a nice long lunge there. I'm dropping down low, so I'm really activating those legs. Getting down into my lower body. And then I'm opening up here. Open up chest and shoulders. Nice deep breaths. Balance and strength. Extend your spine. Good job. Switching. Other leg forward. Dropping down low in your lunge. Really engaging those legs. Dropping low. Opening yourself up. Really extending your spine. And nice deep conscious breaths there. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Dropping ourselves down low in our squat again here. Just working on my inner thighs. I'm going to open up my inner thighs. Just like that. Holding myself down low. Noticing any resistance I feel in my body. Have you got some tightness or resistance in your body? Low frequency energy can get trapped in your body. It creates shadow energy. Emotional stuff can get stuck in your body. When you're stretching and strengthening your body, you can open up and release that shadow work. You can heal that shadow energy with your intention to raise up your frequency. And you can raise up your frequency by becoming present, coming into the now with the breath. Center yourself in the breath. Good. Coming up from there, let's work on some more balance and some extension. We're going to try one leg right back. Open yourself up. Lift your heel right back. Good. Other leg. Open up your chest. Lift your heel nice and high. Really open up. Stay with your breath. Watch your in and out breath. Excellent. Going to drop ourselves down here in a high plank position. I'm just going to step up your leg, stretch out. Step up your leg, stretch out. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. Switching out your legs, stretching out your inner thighs. Good job. Now, right from there, let's work on our rotation a little bit. Just like this. Open up. Internal, external rotation. Open up. Open up. Open up. Open up your chest and shoulders. Stretch and strengthen your body. Lengthen your body. Raise your frequency. Go higher. Pick yourself up. Other leg forward, same thing. Internal, external rotation with the other leg forward. Excellent. Dropping ourselves down onto our knees. Lifting up our chest and shoulders. Spinal extension there. Looking upwards. Awesome. Sitting on your butt. Legs straight out in front of you. Reaching for your toes. Excellent. Let's try a little bit of an inversion. A great way to change your perspective. Flip yourself over. Let gravity work on your body the other way. Lift your feet up. Straight up over your head. Slowly lower those legs over your head. Good job. All right. Let's bring it down now to do a little bit of energy work, a little bit of emotional healing.
Thank you for watching part 1 of a 3-video series where John and I are bringing to you many modalities of healing. Don't miss the next clip. It's going to be about an emotional healing meditation. Join us. John the Paz and I are going to be doing this healing meditation for a few minutes. The third video is going to be about the importance of eating a high vibrational food in order to start becoming the healthiest version of yourself. Remember, June 29, it's going to be our healing summit, our quarantine reset. Everybody needs a reset, so don't miss the following episodes and keep in your mind June 29. If you want to join us for this quarantine reset, let us know. Information in the description below. Thank you.
Let's bring it down now to do a little bit of energy work, a little bit of emotional healing. You see, what we're trying to do when we're trying to heal our lives or change something in our lives, what we're really trying to do is we're really trying to pick up our electromagnetic energy. The more energy we bring into our body, the higher vibration our body has. And the higher vibration our body has, the higher vibration interaction we have with our world. The frequency that we have collectively within our body is constantly putting out a signal to our world. If we want to change our health, we need to change the signal that we're putting out to the world. That's a rising up of the electromagnetic energy or the frequency within the being. It's creating an energetic balance within the human being. That's natural healing. That's restoring balance to the body, which is basically loving the self. And so what we're going to do right now is just we're going to do a little love session where we're bringing our body into our natural balance. It's balancing the yin and the yang within the body, the masculine and the feminine within each one of us. Each one of us has this power within us to heal ourselves. We all have divine power within us. We're all connected to Source. That's the higher self that is in constant contact with the Source. So that higher self, that higher frequency self is always a part of us. We can always strive toward it. We can strive toward it with movement, with food, with thought, with word, and we can strive toward it with presence, because it's always in the present. So if we come to the present, we can always step into our loving healing power. We can step into our natural balance within us by coming to the present and healing ourselves naturally with our intention. Our intention to raise up our frequency. Our intention to raise up our vibration. Our intention to rise up into our very best, our absolute best self. We can do that now. We can sit here now, and we can focus on our breathing and bring ourselves collectively to this moment together. We can share this current, present moment together by sharing our next breath together. Collectively, we can breathe in together. Breathe in. Hold that breath inside you. And then as you breathe out slowly and gently. And then pause. And then breathe in again as deeply as you can. Hold that breath inside. Slowly let it go. And pause. And breathe again. Just watching your in-breath and your out-breath. Staying with your attention on your breath. Staying with the breath allows you to step out of the mind. And this is what has to happen. We have to get out of the thought, the thinking mind. We have to get into the subconscious or the feeling mind, the feminine mind, the creative mind. We need to get out of the analytical mind. We have to get out of the material and the things. We have to get into the feeling space. This is the space where we can imagine things. We can imagine our greatest health. We can think about our greatest joy. We can think about our most passionate moment in our life. We can think about our favorite vacation. We can think about the things we're most grateful for. We can recognize the power that's within us. We can affirm in our mind, I am the power. I can imagine in my feminine body what it would feel like to be in perfect health. In my creative mind, I can imagine health. I can feel health. I can imagine what it would feel like to be completely healthy. Knowing that I am a part of the whole, that there is a flow that goes within all of us, that I can connect to that flow, that flow is within me, that I just have to allow it to move through me, that life force energy that has the power to heal and change everything, anything that I set my mind upon. All right. So, there's a little bit of movement. There's a little bit of consciousness. There's a bit of presence. There's a little bit of mindset, right? Changing our thoughts and words is what it's about. We got to change the way we think. We gotta change the things we think about. This is how we change our life. This is how we heal our life. We change the way we think. We change the things we think about. We change the things we talk about. We engage in conversation that thinks and talks about what we want to create or where we want to end up. And that's how life expands. That's how it grows. Love expands. We're expanding beings. We're boundless beings. As we expand, we talk about what we want to create. That's how we bring it into reality. That's what inspires us. That's what puts us into our spirit. Spirit is creation. Spirit is feminine. Feminine is the feline body, is in the right side brain. It's the right hemisphere of the brain. We need to create a balance between the masculine and feminine brain. We need to create a balance within the mind. We need to create a balance within the body. The body has to be prepared. The body has to be prepared in order for that to happen. We need to eat high frequency foods in order for that to happen. Right? We got to eat the foods that are the first foods, the foods that come from the sun. All of the energy here comes from the sun. So the first foods, the foods that heal and nourish us, are the first foods. They're the foods that come from the trees, because the trees take the light of the sun and turn it into fruits and vegetables. These are the first foods. These have the highest vibration. These have the highest electromagnetic energy. So we got electric energy coming from the sun, and we got Pachamama, Mother Earth. We got the magnetism of Mother Earth. There's two forces here always. There's mother and father. There's masculine and feminine. There's always two energies here. There's father, son, the seed, and then mother took the seed and created all things, all life, foods, animals, birds, and us, the most evolved of the life being. So we are of the light, of the mother and the father. We are the two, the mother and the father. We have to marry the mother and the father within us. Every single one here has the mother and father. You couldn't come here without having a mother and a father. It's the only way to come here. Your mother and father came together, and they came together in love. They were making love, and you came out. What does that make you? You are love. You are the marriage of two forces, the forces of your mother and the forces of your father. The fight within you is the fight around you. Settle the fight within you, and everything around you will settle. Settle your health within, and it will settle around you. Heal yourself from within by balancing the two energies within you, by loving mom and dad, by making peace with mom and dad. This happens with movement, positive movement, stimulating movement, not annihilation movement. We need stimulation workouts. I call it working in. This happens with high energy food. Live foods, the first foods predominantly. It doesn't mean you cannot eat anything, because you can eat everything. You just have to rejig your boundaries. You can't eat anything every day. You can eat anything sometimes. You can't eat everything every single day. You need some new boundaries with food. We need to move to high energy foods most of the time. Monday to Friday. Relax on the weekend. Natural and normal. Daily fasting, because it's eating and it's also not eating that heals. It's eating the right foods, and it's also not eating that heals. The fasting is as important or more important than the eating, believe it or not. If you want to learn how to live longer, do any study you want to check. Every animal lives longer when they eat less food. Every animal lives healthier when they eat less food. The best way to live longer and healthier is to eat less food. So this is a game about learning how to eat less food. You want to be fit, you want to be healthy, you want to be mobile, you want to be pain-free. It's about learning how to eat less food. But it's not just about learning how to eat less food. It's about learning how to eat less food and be happy. It's learning how to be happy when you're eating less food. Do you know what the best practice for learning how to be happy and eat less food is? It's fasting. And every great human being on this planet that's ever walked on this planet has done it. Every influential being that's ever been around here, that's ever left a mark here, has done it for long periods of time. It's an important part of the healing process. It's exercise, it's high energy foods, it's not eating, it's thoughts and words. Because you know what? If nobody gives you some new thoughts and words, you're going to go back to the same old thoughts and words that you know. And if you use the same old thoughts and words, you're going to get the same old thing. If you want to go somewhere you've never been, you've got to do something you've never done. And that's going to happen from you thinking something that you've never thought before. You're going to have to get a new idea. And until you get some new ideas, what I suggest is you borrow some new ideas from a coach. Borrow some new ideas from someone that inspires you. Make yourself accountable to someone that inspires you. That's how you move forward, by making yourself accountable. Accountability is not just thinking about it. Thinking about it is having a dream. Accountability is when you speak it out to somebody. This is what I want to do. That's how it comes into reality. You talk about it. And then by talking about it, if it inspires someone else, the both of you can talk about it, you can work on it together. If you wanted to be my customer and I was going to be your coach, we could talk about what you wanted to create, and you and I could go after it together. We could talk about the action plans that we need to take on a day-to-day basis to make it happen in your life. That's how it happens. It's physical, it's food, it's unfooding, it's thoughts and words, and it's presence. It's being present, because the power is always in the present. It's always in the moment. You got to get into the moment to appreciate it, feel it, be with it. And you got to show up in the moment more often in your life. You need to be present in your life more often, because then you're putting out your best frequency more often. And the frequency you put out is what's coming back to you. So you are the creator of your reality by the energy that you put out. And by loving yourself, by bringing yourself into balance with high energy foods, with emptiness, with movement, with thoughts and words, and with presence, we're going to pick up the frequency of your being over the next 7 to 10 days. You're going to see what that's like. You're going to have that experience. And then if you want to keep on going with it, we'll help you keep on going if you like. If you want to keep on going on your own, you keep on going on your own. However you want to do it, you're going to get a kickstart with us. And then you can do whatever you like after. You're going to have the experience. You're going to see what it's like, and you're going to decide what you want to do after. You'll know what natural health is all about. And that's what we want you to know, how to do it naturally.
Yeah, and I mean, everything that Don has mentioned, this exercise session that we just had, the meditation practice, and having all this background about what is so important to integrate not only the exercise, because many people kill themselves in the exercise and then they don't pay attention of what they put in their bodies. Many people pay attention of what they put in their bodies, organic kale, organic strawberries, everything like superfoods, but then they don't know how to feel themselves in their minds and in their hearts. So first of all, you need to start loving yourselves. And all of us carry a lot of traumas, all of us. And the traumas from the past make us do actions or make actions that do not resonate with our higher self, just to numb us, just to fill that void because of the trauma, because the lack.
It's an emotional, it's a low frequency energy within us. It's got thoughts, it's got words, and it's emotions attached to it. We got to do that shadow work. We got to pick up that low frequency bit, and we got to expose it.
Yes. And, you know, I quickly want to talk about how to feel the body with higher frequency thoughts, how to do that, and also how to feel the body at the physical level, because we are a human being, but a human being is not only matter. And that's something that Western medicine has not picked up. And some holistic or lifestyle medicine practices and practitioners have integrated this part of treatment for their patients, which is the spirit. So, regardless of your
The
atheist,
emotional healing, that's it. The
yeah,
emotional bit is often left out in Western medicine.
oh
And,
yeah,
that's medicated. You can't medicate that.
no, you can't. I mean, no matter how many antidepressants you take, if you don't heal inside, the depression is not going to go away. And sometimes,
No.
antidepressants help just to transition, just to get yourself into the momentum to take action. But then you're not going to be depending on a pill forever. So there's so many studies that prove that a plant-based diet can regulate your microbiome. The microbiome are all these little creatures that you have living in your intestines, and those are the ones who determine what you crave, how you feel with certain foods. So it's super important to understand how the high vibrational food works, so we can enhance the reproduction of healthy microbiome that creates positive neurotransmitter and hormones in our gut, so we put the right mindset and the right feelings in our body.
It's connected to serotonin. It's
Yes,
connected to dopamine. We
yes,
need that connection, that gut-brain connection. And people are putting in antibiotics to kill the bacteria in the body. People are drinking tap water with fluoride and chloride in it, and it's cleaning out the bacteria in their digestive system. And then they're wondering why their digestive system is broken and why things aren't working digestively. Like, we need to reset the bacteria. Bacteria is a part of life. Right now,
yeah.
we've got this elimination of bacteria, elimination of virus sort of thought out there, and that is really a backward thought for health.
Yeah. And especially in the Western society, we are so used to processed food. Processed food do not have any water. Processed food do not have any fiber. We're talking about, standard American Western diet, pizza, McDonald's, French fries. Many people are more conscious about it, but then
Fast
they
foods.
shift to a very high processed vegan option, like Impossible Burgers. We are not supposed to tell names here, but let's
It's
just call it
not
the
just
way it is.
vegan we need. It's not just vegan we need.
It's not just vegan. Vegan is just like, yeah, I'm aware of the
It's a
suffering.
start.
Yeah,
It's a start. It's a step in the
start.
right direction, but it's more than that.
It's more than vegan. And many vegans are wondering, like, why am I getting sick? Why there are so many ex-vegans? Why I don't have energy as a vegan? I think I'm getting anemia. Those are the most common things that vegans have because they don't incorporate the leafy greens, like raw leafy greens in their diet. They don't incorporate the fruit, the ripe
They don't
seasonal.
incorporate the thoughts and words. They don't incorporate the mindset or the emotional bit.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy part 2 of a 3-video series where John DePaz and I, Dr. Areli, share with you different tools for your healing journey so you can start implementing them in your life. Remember, we're going to have a reset, a quarantine reset, a health summit. It's going to be a 7 to 10 days of videos, tips, webinars, talks, workouts, group meditations, nutrition talks, all that you need in order to start healing and start taking control of your life and your health. More information in the description box, and don't miss part 3 with John and I. Thank you. That was heavy, right? If you watched the previous video, that was the workout and then the meditation. So I just finished that because we recorded it in a single segment. So I was like, oh my God, now I need to kind of compose myself so I can appear in a video, because now it's my turn to talk about the importance of eating a high frequency diet, or a diet that elevates your frequency and brings the best out of you. Remember that when we digest food, what happens is that we start thinking about it, we start secreting all these gastric and intestinal juices just to start the digestive process. And the whole digestive process starts in the mouth when you start masticating, and then the saliva starts breaking down the carbohydrates. Then that bowl of food goes through your esophagus, lands in your stomach, in the first part of your stomach, which is the fundus, and then from the fundus, it stays a little bit there, like let's say for 20 minutes. I'm not going to be super scientific or accurate in the times, but it rests a little bit there. And then the the body and the antrum of the stomach receives that part. So then it goes to your small bowel, and then it goes to your large bowel. In the small bowel, right? Okay, let's go back. So what happens with you have that bowl of food that is masticated and softened, you swallow it and then reaches your stomach, and in your stomach you have chloric acid, and the chloric acid breaks even more down the bowl of food to smaller segments, and those smaller segments go to your intestine, your duodenum, and in the duodenum you have the secretion of bile through the liver, and you have the secretion of pancreatic enzymes, and that's where the whole sort of different macromolecules starts. The carbohydrates get absorbed in, the complex carbohydrates that you chew get absorbed into simple carbohydrates. The proteins break down into amino acids. The fats break down into fatty acids, etc. So they get absorbed in the portal system. The portal system is the circulatory system that brings all those nutrients through the liver, and through the liver to the rest of the economy. So why am I emphasizing all this? Because imagine if you are eating something dry, let's say a hamburger, right? A hamburger has dead bread, which are the tops and the bottom of the burger, is dead. I mean, no matter how enriched it is actually dehydrated, super processed, super bleached, you name it. Then you have the layer of cheese, the layer of meat, some processed mayo, some processed whatever dressing you like. All those things are so complex and so dehydrated by themselves that your body has to sort out, what's this bomb of food? Like, yeah, we have some nutrition. I'm not saying that it's not nutrition, or if it's not nutritional, but it's not, at the end of the day, the body only needs carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. The extra stuff, right? The colorants, the flavorings, the extra salt, all that nastiness, your body has to sort it out. And if you keep feeding your body regularly with that type of food, it takes a lot of time. Digestion, you don't realize how much juices you have to secrete in order to digest something that is already dried and dead. Meat is dead, right? So you have to, your body gets taxed so much when you eat this type of food, and you just get used to it, and for you it's normal because you have been doing it all your life. If you eat high energy fruit, that's gonna ameliorate the burden of digestive juices and effort in order to break down the fiber and fruit. And it takes time, to understand. Many people are like, oh my God, how can you survive off watermelon for breakfast only? It takes time. It takes time. You have to transition. So in order to gain high vibrational state, you need to feed yourself with the right food, high vibrational food, starting with fruit. There is a passage that I really like. I don't know if it's from the Essene Gospel of Peace. I haven't read that book, but Shane Sterling mentions that, and he mentioned in one of my videos that I did with him, he says, fruit is the perfect food for human consumption because it's cooked by the sun. Cooked by the sun. So imagine that you are ingesting sun-fueled energy. It has a lot of spirituality, what we eat, what we put in our bodies, when we eat it, right? So, if you want to be an electrical being, you have to start with what you feel your body and your thoughts, what you say, because it also creates energy, and what you put in your body physically. And quickly, I just want to touch base on how to feel your mindset, your spirit, your that internal part of you that probably has no body, that has no matter, but is there, your consciousness, your thoughts. Some religions call it the soul, some religions call it the spirit, whatever, but your consciousness. Let's just not be political or religious inclined, but your consciousness, your inner being. You need to reprogram yourself. We carry a lot of trauma, as I was mentioning with John on the other video. We carry a lot of trauma. We have this pride that, oh yeah, I'm tough, I can do it all, I've been going through a lot of things in my life, I can overcome everything. But if you haven't go to your within to your insides within, analyzing, okay, why am I keep doing the same things that I do, why I can lose weight, why I look on the mirror and I see some reflection that I don't like, why do I talk negative to myself. So we need to reprogram ourselves, we need to reprogram ourselves. And nobody teaches this, nobody teaches us this. uh, One of the things that I recommend to you is that you start journaling. You start putting your thoughts every day at night and say, okay, today this happened. How can I do this better next day, tomorrow? When you wake up, have your journal next to your bed, and then take it, start breathing heavily. Start, your first thought should be, thank you for being alive. And then in your journal, today is going to be a great day because of this and that and that. Today I'm so grateful because the weather doesn't suck. And if the weather sucks, says, oh, I'm grateful because it's raining. So that way we can have grass and greenery. Whatever the circumstances are, just be grateful. And then start your day with positive thoughts. If you like music, start playing your favorite music, something uplifting, something that pumps you up. That's what I do. Rather than checking your Instagram, your Facebook feed, everything, that's just negativity, especially what's going on these days. You don't have to do that. That's totally something counterproductive. That puts you in a low vibrational state. So empower yourself by taking the right actions, starting in the morning, super important. So that's what I do, and my life has transformed drastically, believe it or not. It's so simple, but so underestimated. So that's one thing. If you don't journal, you can do a little prayer meditation in the morning. Be grateful, always start with gratitude, and then you can build up like manifesting, visualizing what's going to happen in your day, what's going to be your day beautiful, wonderful, and start doing those actions. Put your favorite music, lift your spirit, go for a run. That's what I do. I go for a run. I put empowering podcasts, or I put my favorite music. I imagine a beautiful day. I imagine a beautiful life, and life happens, of course. You go to work, your coworker looked at you like in a bad way, or we are so sensitive. But when you realize that you're so powerful and that you decide how to react to the external, there is no way that anybody can disturb the state of peace that you decided and declare for that day. So that's what I do. And it's not always perfect, but at night in my journal, I put what what did happen today? How can I fix it? How can I react to my external circumstances next day? So that's crucial. If you're trying to go raw vegan and heal yourself, you're trying to lose weight, start visualizing, start journaling, start listening to affirmations, start watching motivational, inspirational videos for weight loss, watch people's stories, get motivated, think about yourself like you can do it. So many things. The fuel that we put here and here is as important as the food that we put in our digestive tract. So I hope this video inspires you to take action, because nobody's going to do it for you. And with this series of videos, inspirational videos that John and I are going to keep doing, we hope to inspire you. We hope to uplift you. I think the world needs a complete reset. And there is no other way to do it other than by empowering every single person. Every single person has to do their own work, internal and external. And that is contagious. If you're a positive person, the surroundings get more positive just by your mere presence. So I invite you to join us in this series of videos, workouts, meditations, nutrition, discussions, healthy discussions, all these positive things to empower yourself, heal yourself, and to bring the best version of you, because you deserve it, your family deserves it, the world deserves it, and it's so much needed these days. So thank you for tuning in, and see you in the next series with John and I. Oh, I forgot. So we are thinking about doing this quarantine reset program. It's going to be a 7 to 10 day summit, if you want to call it that way, where John and I are going to be providing you with this kind of information. It's going to include workouts, it's going to include meditations, it's going to include nutrition information from me, plant-based nutrition, raw vegan nutrition. So if you are interested, keep in mind, June 29, we start this reset. You can email me. My email is in my YouTube channel. You can message me on Instagram to give you more information. So in the description box, I put all the links so you can message me if you are interested. Keep it in mind, June 29, John the Paz and I are going to be doing this 7 to 10 day workshop, summit, reset, if you want to call it that way. So I hope you join us. I hope you're interested. And you don't have to wait until the 29, but group collectiveness is what makes these things more powerful. So I can wait for you to join. And thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next episode. Please like, subscribe, and share. Bye.